Bright Duty. Every student matters.
Hello everyone. Now we are going to begin with class 7, chapter 5 of history. And the name of the chapter is The Creation of an Empire, Mughal Empire. This is the name of the chapter of history, class 7. Chapter number is 5. So with this, the creation of the Mughal Empire, this is the greatest ruler, one of the greatest ruler of Mughal Empire is Akbar. His name is Akbar. One of the greatest ruler. Among this chapter, we have to discuss about that six important Mughal rulers. Gradually, we will have to discuss one after another in detail about their history in the country like India, and became very famous with the name of the creation of Mughal Empire. How this empire is been created in India. They were not the natives of India, but they have created a very successful empire in our country. These are the six important Mughal rulers. Started with Babur. He is Babur. Then followed by Humayun. This is the greatest one, Akbar. Then after Akbar, Jahangir. He is Shah Jahan. Fifth one, and the last successful ruler. We are talking and discussing about that. All the successful rulers of Mughal Empire. He is Aurangzeb. They were the six successful Mughal rulers in India. This is the list of Mughal emperors. First one is, he was the first, followed by Humayun. First one is Babur, second Humayun, third one is Akbar, fourth Jahangir, fifth Shah Jahan, and the sixth number is Aurangzeb. So this is in the chronological order. Babur is succeeded by Humayun, Humayun succeeded by Akbar, Akbar succeeded by Jahangir, Jahangir succeeded by Shah Jahan, and Shah Jahan succeeded by Aurangzeb. So this is about that, the important rulers of Mughal Empire. Then how to remember this name of the rulers in a sequence, in a chronology? Who were the Mughal emperors? This is the question. Who were the Mughal emperors? Can say that who were the successful. Many more were there also after Aurangzeb, but because this period has been started in 1526 and till that the late 19th century, these Mughals were also there when the Britishers came to India. Then they have the last ruler Bahadur Shah Jafar was deported. So first of all was the Babur. So it's in a rhyming way. And what we have to learn is Babur had a juicy, sweet apple. Babur had a juicy, sweet apple. B for Babur. Babur is already there. Had H is for Humayun. A for Akbar. J for Jahangir. S for Shah Jahan. And apple is again for Aurangzeb. So in this way, easily we can remember the name of the rulers, Mughal rulers in the sequence, in chronological order. Babur and his tomb is in Kabul. His time period was 1526 to 1530, and after his death, he has been engraved in Kabul. Humayun, 1530 to 1540, and twice. Once he was there, he won the battle. and establish his kingdom. But after some times, again, he has to return back. Then after 10 years, he has to return back, goes to back. Then in 1555, we will discuss in detail in the later part of the chapter, 1555 to 1556 AD. And his tomb is Humayun's tomb in New Delhi. It is in New Delhi. Then it comes about Akbar. His reign was from the 1556 to 1605, and his tomb at Sikandra, 14 kilometers from Agra. This is the place where his tomb has been made. He has been engraved actually. Then Jahangir, after the death of Akbar, Akbar succeeded with Jahangir in 1605 to 1627, and his tomb is at Lahore, present day in Pakistan. Then this is the inlay work. Inside the work of this tomb is like this, Jahangir's tomb. The entrance gateway of this tomb is like this. So very huge and the massive tomb has been made in the memory of Jahangir, where he was engraved. After that, it comes about Shah Jahan, the very famous wonders of the world, seven wonders of the world, Taj Mahal, and his tomb is there at Agra, and he is engraved inside that. So the inlay work, the inside work of this Taj Mahal is like that. The graves of him and his wife, both, he and his wife both were buried together. Then the last ruler, successful ruler of Mughal Empire. The last Mughal emperor under whom it was this is the mightiest empire. This empire under this Aurangzeb, it was known as the mightiest empire, and his tomb this is the Kuldabad near Aurangabad. It is in Maharashtra. So this is about the description of the rulers, the emperors, the Mughal emperors, the important Mughal emperors, how they have succeeded, who established this empire, and how many of them were the very successful in our country. Then the question comes about that, who were Mughals? Who were the Mughals? From the mother side, it was Genghis Khan, and from the father side, they were the descendant of the Timur. The Mongols, ruled over China and Central Asia, and the Mughals were proud of Timurid ancestry, but did not like be called a Mughal or Mongol because the number of the killings Genghis Khan is famous for. He was a very cruel king. So they did not like. They were proud of Timurid ancestry, but did not like to be called as Mughal or Mongol. After this, we are coming to discuss about that Babur. So in the 15th century, this is before to start the Babur, little bit going back. Before the Babur, who were the rulers of our country? Whose rule was there in India? In the 15th century, the Delhi Sultanate were not able to provide effective supervision across the Indian subcontinent. Jahiruddin Babur was the first of the 6 Mughal kings who are known as the Great Mughals. 6 already we have discussed in the beginning only. Just now in the previous slides we saw that the 6 only were very successful. Then the Mughals were the descendants of the 2 great lineages. Just now we discussed, one is about that. This Genghis Khan, and the another one, from the father side, they were of the Timurlen, and they were the descendant of them. Then coming to discuss about the dawn of a new era, beginning. What is the meaning of dawn? Beginning. Beginning of a new era from 1526 to 1707, starting with Babur and end with Aurangzeb. This is the picture of Babur. So Jahiruddin Babur was the first of the 6 Mughal kings who are known as they were known as the Great Mughals. Mughals were the descendants of the two great lineages of rulers from their mother side. They were descendants of Genghis Khan, and from father side, they were the descendants of Timur. So this is the two things from this, from where the descendants of the Genghis Khan was a Mongol ruler. They were from the Mongolia. Name of the land was Mongolia. This is all about the territory which were occupied or ruled by during the Mughal Empire. Under actually, this is the vast, the pink color empire. With this is actually the empire which is under the rule of this Akbar. This is the rule of Akbar, a vast territory which was started ruling by the Mughal rulers, but basically it was related to the Emperor Akbar. Then Babur's first conquest, what it says that the Babur was the first ruler of Mughal India. His real name was Jahiruddin Babur. What was his real name? Zahiruddin Babur. His full name was Jahiruddin Muhammad. He came to India on an invitation. He got an invitation from Alam Khan, the uncle of Ibrahim Lodi, as well as the Daulat Khan. Daulat Khan and Ibrahim Lodi, they called him, and the governor of Daulat Khan was the governor of Punjab. They wanted the end of the rule of Lodi dynasty. With this motive only, this Jahiruddin Muhammad has been called to India, and he received the invitation from Alam Khan. Alam Khan was the uncle of Ibrahim Lodi, as well as the governor of Punjab, whose name was Daulat Khan. They have purposely called this Jahiruddin Babur to come to India, and they wanted the end of the Lodi rules. They thought Babur would defeat the Lodi ruler and then go back to Central Asia, leaving northern India under their control, under the control of this Alam Khan, as well as the other dynasty. This was the beginning of the Mughal rule in India. He conquered Delhi and Agra. This way, when he came, he did not leave the country, and the dream of that did not come true. Babur decided to stay and rule over India. He came after getting the invitation from the uncle of Ibrahim Lodi, Alam Khan. He came to India. He defeated Ibrahim Lodi in the first battle of Panipat, but he did not return back. He started ruling over northern India. In India, Babur's first conquest achievement was the Battle of Panipat in 1526. This was the first Battle of Panipat, which is very important also. First conquest achievement was the Battle of Panipat, in which he defeated the ruler of Lodi dynasty, Ibrahim Lodi. This was the beginning of the Mughal rule in India, and he conquered Delhi and Agra and aspired for Mewar. In 1527, Babur defeated Rana Sanga in this Battle of Khanwa. After Khanwa, Babur had to fight a Battle of Ghagra against the Afghans in 1528. Against the Afghan rulers, he has to fight a battle in 28. The next battle he fought was against the Rajputs in 1529. In 1528, it was Afghans, and in 1529, they were the Rajputs, known as the Battle of Chanderi. Then Babur was a brilliant general. He was a brilliant general. That's why the Lodi, Ibrahim Lodi's uncle called him to fight a battle with Ibrahim Lodi. You had a well-trained cavalry. He is having a well-trained cavalry, and then after what happened, this well-trained cavalry was there. Soldiers were arranged in such a way that they could be easily moved from one part of the battlefield to other part. But he did not live for long to protect his empire from enemies. He died in 1530 and was succeeded by his son Humayun. So in this part, we have to remember about that. The first battle of Panipat, there were three battles of Panipat which were fought. The number one was the first battle of Panipat in 1526. It was between the Ibrahim Lodi and Babur. Ibrahim Lodi was defeated and Babur won this battle and became the ruler of India. After that, Afghan rulers were also defeated by him, and in the Battle of Khanwa, then this is the Rajput rulers in Battle of Chanderi. So three battles are explained over here in this same slide, and in all the battles, Babur was the winner. But unfortunately, he ruled for a very short period of time and he died in the year 1530. And after that, his son became the ruler of India. Humayun, his reign is from 1540 and 1555 and 56. He was succeeded by his eldest son Humayun. He was the Humayun, elder son of Babur. Since the very beginning his rule, Humayun had a large number of enemies. The Afghan ruler of Bihar, Sher Shah Suri, wanted to overthrow the Mughals, while ruler of Gujarat, Bahadur Shah, planned to extend his empire by defeating the Mughal rulers. Even his brothers, Kamran and the Askaru, they revolted against him, Humayun. Even though as he was the eldest son of Babur, so he has got the throne as per the norms of the descendants of the royal family. But he was having so many enemies. Even though his brothers were also many a times they were against him. Humayun faced biggest threat from Sher Shah Suri, who had made himself very powerful in eastern India and wanted to conquer Delhi and declare himself the Sultan. So this is eastern India and wanted to declare himself Sultan, and it resulted in a battle. What happened? It was resulted in a battle between Humayun and Sher Shah Suri in between Humayun and Sher Shah Suri in 1532. In this battle, Humayun defeated Sher Shah and occupied the fort of Chunar. This is 1534. Finally, what happened? As he was having so many of enemies, among them these Afghans, though the family members were also against him. But Sher Shah Suri, as he was having he was a very powerful Afghan ruler in the eastern India and trying to capture Delhi also, but in eastern India. And after that, what happened? It resulted in a battle to occupy the Delhi, to conquer Delhi. So there were a battle, a war between Sher Shah Suri and Humayun in 1532. And in this battle, Humayun defeated Sher Shah and occupied the fort of Chunar. In 1534, Humayun defeated the ruler of Gujarat, Bahadur Shah, and conquered Gujarat and Malwa. Defeated Sher Shah, reorganized his military and defeated Humayun in the next two battles, known as the Battle of Chausa and the Battle of Kannauj. So this is all about that. What it says that about the Sher Shah. After defeated Sher Shah reorganized his military, and again Sher Shah, what he did? First he was defeated in the battle, and Humayun has occupied the fort of Chunar. In 1534, Humayun defeated the ruler of Gujarat, Bahadur Shah, and he conquered Gujarat and Malwa. After the defeat of the Sher Shah, what Sher Shah did, he reorganized his military and defeated Humayun in the next two battles. Not only one, the two battles were there between Humayun and Sher Shah. One was Battle of Chausa and the Battle of Kannauj in 1540. Then this is the emergence of the Suri Empire. The Suri Empire lasted only for 15 years AD. 15 years from AD 1540 to 1555. This is only the years when it has been there. Only for the 5 years he was there. This is the 1550. Shershah Suri, only that he was survived only for the 5 years. But this Suri Empire was survived for 15 years. This is 15 years for Suri Empire. It was started in 1540 and survived till 1555. This is the time period mentioned for the Suri Empire. What happened is the significant features of this empire was their military reforms and the welfare measures. So what were the welfare measures introduced by Shershah Suri? Shershah's real name was Farid Khan. His real name was Farid Khan, and why this name has been given to him, what is the reason behind it, why he has been called as Shershah? When he had killed a sher, tiger, he was given the name of Sher Khan, as he was the Afghan. So most of the Afghans, they were the Khans. So he has, after killing of a tiger, he has also been given the name as a Sher Khan. He was the son of Afghan Jagirdar of Sasaram in Bihar. He was actually a son of a Jagirdar, and this Jagirdar was from Bihar. His father was having Jagirdari of Bihar. His ambition led him to conquer more and more territories and build a strong army. After Shershah Suri defeated Humayun, this is Shershah declared himself as the defeated Humayun, and he declared himself as the ruler of India after the defeat of Humayun. Then, but Shershah's ambition to become the ruler, unfortunately, he ruled barely for 5 years. Only for 5 years. He was killed in 1545. 1540, he ascended on the throne. He ascended on throne, and 1545, during the siege of a Kalinzar on Bundelkhand, the sudden death of Shershah became a blessing for Humayun, and Shershah was buried at Sasaram in Bihar, where he had constructed a grand mausoleum for himself. Maqbara. Mausoleum means what? It is Maqbara. After the death of that, the eminent personalities, they are engraved inside. Can say that the tomb also. In that, the place where their bodies are, are engraved inside the earth. They are engraved. They are just buried inside. Then it comes about the administration during Shershah. During the period of Shershah, what type of the administrative reforms were introduced by him? Shershah had taken many welfare measures. Many roads were built during his rule. Shady trees were planted on both sides of roads. A number of wells were dug. And the sarais, which is known as the rest houses, were built for travelers. The modern Grand Trunk Road from Peshawar to Kolkata is the road which was rebuilt during his time. Might be the building of this road was, Grand Trunk Road was done by someone else, or earlier it was there, but this re-establishment and the rebuilding of the road was done by him during his rule. To improve trade, he introduced a coin called rupiah. This was his great achievement. What is rupiah? This is the great achievement of Shershah Suri, to encourage the trade, to improve the condition of trade. Our modern rupee borrows its name from that period. He was a secular, this Shershah Suri was actually a secular ruler. He was a noble person. And so nicely, Shershah was a good general. First, he recognized, Shershah was a good general. First, he recognized his army into a strong military force and became powerful in the region of Bihar, Jharkhand, and Bengal, as he was the ruler of Eastern India. So this way, this is the eastern region starts from Bihar, present day including Jharkhand, as well as the West Bengal. What we have earlier, it was Bengal region only. He improved the administration by insisting that all officers must be paid their salaries regularly so that they would be enthused to do their jobs efficiently. Why this? Purposely, this rupiah, the concept of the money, has been introduced by Sirsa Suri. As his administration was well organized and many of the officers they were working inside it, employment was at a very large scale. So to pay them their salary regularly, that they would be enthusiastically can perform their job very efficiently. So this system of the cash payment was introduced by Sirsa. So he has invented rupiah. Sirsa was a noble person. He was a very good general. Then he was a very noble person, very careful about the collection of land revenue. He wanted to pay more. Therefore, he introduced a new assessment policy to a fixed just tax on the basis of measurement, as was the case during the rule of Alauddin Khilji. The same way, after the assessment of the land, the revenue to be fixed, the same system during the period of Alauddin Khilji, it was introduced in our country. So the Sirsa was succeeded by Islam Shah, and he was also he was not as strong as predecessors. This we are discussing now about the Islam Shah, who was the successor of Sirsa Suri. So he was not as strong as his predecessors. In 1555, Humayun defeated him, and that marked to the end of the Suri Empire. And finally, what happened? The Sirsa Suri was defeated by Humayun in 1555, and finally, this empire has been completely removed or abolished. So this is all about that, the Sirsa Suri. First of all, his name, the land from where he belonged, his contributions, and how his contribution in the protection of the country.